Yeah, obviously very, very disappointed with the result and the finish of the game because I thought we had done so many good things up until that point, and it's that time of year where it comes down to split-second decisions and a little bit of a lapse of focus there at the end, and we don't get the result that we wanted. So perhaps that'll be a good lesson for us going to the playoffs.
What were your thoughts of the creativity early on and creating a number of opportunities?
Yeah, I think, again, you walk out of this game, there's a lot of positive things to draw from it. There was a ton of positive things to draw from last week at Colorado. Now there's some different positive things to draw out of this game. If we can put the whole package together, I think we're going to be in a good place.
Just to follow up, are you a big San Jose fan right about now?
I am right now, yeah, watching 2-0. So 3-0. Wow, okay. We should be okay then, unless Dallas can score 4.
Jason, can you talk about how Will Johnson played? He seemed to be really sharp right away and showed no effects of that ankle.
Yeah, he's healed a lot quicker than we originally thought. He trained really sharply this week. He's a player I think that means a lot to us. The energy that he brings and the amount of ground that he covers for us defensively is really, really important. And tonight he got himself in some great attacking spots, and probably on a different night he finishes one of those.
How did you feel about Sabo? Seemed like he was playing with like a man on a mission tonight.
Yeah, I think all of our guys, as I said, I feel like all of our guys are headed in the right direction. We have something to build upon this week. We started with last week and laid a real foundation of the amount of work it's going to take to get results. This week we did some really nice things attacking-wise, especially in the first half. I think that you draw 2 negatives out of it. One is that we've got to finish our chances. We should have been able to put that team away. And then the second one is that you cannot fall asleep for 1 second out here at playoff time, and we got punished for it.
Jason, you were saying you draw a lot of positives. Is the immediate reaction, though, sort of not positive because you had a victory and let it get away? Or?
Sure. I think that's natural, and it's important that we feel that way, and disappointed that we don't finish the job because we finished 90 minutes of the 93 tonight. Or 92 of the 93. For me, it was just a minute where we lacked a little bit of focus, a little bit of organization in the back. It ends up in the back of our net. So I'll try to turn it into a positive and say that, again, I think that's an important lesson to learn.
Jason, it's been a little bit of a wild regular season for you.
You think?
Could you just kind of describe how you feel with the season ending, and how would you describe it?
In a lot of ways, the season reminds me of 09, because that year when we were at our best, we were like on the mountaintops, and when we were at our worst, we were down in the deepest valleys, and we would go up and down week in and week out. This year, we've been able to put together some strings, some stretches of a lot of positive stuff and positive results, and then we've had some stretches where we haven't been able to buy a result. We've been more consistent for longer periods of time. It isn't 1 week to the next, but there is just a ton of difficulties that we face this year, and I'm hopeful that all of this will mean something come playoff time.
Jason, wondering what you feel like you need to kind of prepare for heading into the first playoff game, and how hard is it going to be to get the squad reacquainted to this guy, Kyle Beckerman?
I don't think it's going to be too difficult at all. Kyle is such an important player for us. The only difficulty comes is if we have to play Wednesday, and then we're going to be in a quick turnaround and trying to scout our opponent, this, that, and the other. If we've got a full week to prepare, I think that we'll do just fine.
Jason, the crowd was here early. They were loud. Talk about how important that'll be in the playoffs to get that crowd back here, being that way to support the team on Saturday.
There's no doubt about it. I truly believe that we rely on our crowd. It's a huge emotional lift for us when they're here early, when they're loud, when they're supportive, as they were tonight again. And we know that our opponent has a pretty decent crowd if it's going to be Seattle. So we need every edge we can get.
Just can you get a sense early that Sabo and Bobby were just ready to go? They looked like they came right out off the opening whistle.
Yeah, I think the whole team was really ready to go tonight. I think that they took our direction this week on board, which we appreciate. We wanted a really bright start. We wanted to get after them right from the get-go, and I think we did. Having said that, I wish, it's always one of those things that, I looked up at the clock at about 15 or 20 minutes and thought, I wish we had a goal. For all this hard work that we've done, sometimes you need to reward yourself to feel like, okay, all this work that we put forth was worth it. And if we had had one at that time, I think maybe things would have gotten a bit easier for us.
Anything else, guys? All right, locker room's open. Thanks, Jason.